So we're going to be doing a full, good half-hour meditation where part of the meditation is us being able to forgive ourselves 100%. Because the idea, again, is that the divine forgives us, but we have to choose to forgive ourselves. And if you don't choose to forgive yourself, then what we're doing is, again, it's not being punished, but you're cutting off a flow of the divine. And that's what we want to change that. We want to understand, this is what I was talking about before for people who weren't here, is that the whole point of a sin, we think of a sin as I've been bad, I did something bad against the divine and therefore I'm punished. And we wanted to reframe a sin as simply a disconnect. In a moment, I disconnected from the divine. In a moment, I disconnected from the consciousness of the divine, which is unconditional love and joyous appreciation. So in a sin, and what we call a sin, is in that moment we're disconnecting. So it takes off that guilt and that suffering if I just go, okay, so I disconnected. How do I reconnect? But not how do I make up for being bad because I sinned. So we want to change that whole perspective around. So it's really about reconnecting. But if we don't forgive ourselves, then it seems like there's a punishment, because it seems like then suddenly there's a disconnect. And in other words, what a quote unquote, what we see as a punishment is simply a disconnect. And when you disconnect, you constrict the flow of abundance. But that's not because the divine's angry at you going, you're bad, therefore I punished you. It's because in my thought consciousness, I shifted away from unconditional love and appreciation. And therefore I disconnected from the divine. And therefore there was a constriction in the flow of abundance. But that's how we look at it. Simply, oh, Dawn is here, and there is here. Okay. All right. Welcome, Donna from Montreal. Welcome.
Wow, Montreal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. We got Montreal. We've got El Paso. We got two people from El Paso. We've got, where are you, Sarah?
I'm in Gainesville, Florida.
Okay, in Florida, great.
Southerner. We're getting that storm's gonna come. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking all Southern.
Oh, so this breaks in Illinois. Cool. That's cool. Project Heights, Illinois. So we got some cool different people. All right, so welcome everybody. Welcome Donna from Montreal.
Thank you.
Welcome Neroli from Illinois. So we're doing a recap. So today's topic is, I don't have my dinger because I am in beautiful Big Bear Lake.
Oh,
Big Bear Lake, which is this beautiful area, just an hour and a half outside of Los Angeles.
Oh, awesome.
Mountains,
Oh,
I gotta say something.
Yeah.
heaven on earth.
I've never known you to be troubled by not having a physical dinger. You can improvise.
What? Exactly. Our dinger, ding.
There you go.
I'm happy to improvise, no problem. I could use my plastic. I don't know if this would work. Doesn't have the same kind of ring. No, I'll do it myself. Anyways, so for people who weren't here, I was just doing a quick recap. We were all learning to approach the divine with love, with joy, without having to prove anything. To be able to come with a calm sense of, I'm loved, I'm forgiven, and I want to use the tools that we talked about. Did anybody have a chance to do, so we talked about what are 25 things we love about ourselves? Anybody have a chance to play with that over the week?
Wow, that's
No, I
a good
didn't.
exercise. I wish I would have been there last week.
Well, we're going to do a little bit play with that. We're going to play with that. So
Yeah.
what was the point of this exercise? I do this with my clients, and I mean, we could do it just with what are 10, but generally what we do is, what are 25 things I love about myself? Now, why are we doing this? To shift out of fear into the consciousness of unconditional love, into the consciousness of seeing the good. In ourselves and others. And what I explained last time, a concept I have in my book, was stop trying to be good. I'm going to be good, and then you're going to love me, and start trying to see the good in yourself and others. And that way you shift into the frequency of the divine. So one way of doing that is learning always to look for the good, always to look for the good qualities. And especially it's important to do it for yourself as well, because we tend to make it, and that reflects how you judge people. So if you come to people with, let me just think about the 10 things I love about the person, already you're shifting into a consciousness of love, and you're shifting into the consciousness of Hashem, into unconditional love, which opens you to the flow of abundance and all the things that we associate with being connected to the divine. So that's one of ways. So if nobody, Charles is here. Yay, Charles. Okay, so if nobody did it, let's play. Let's have a volunteer. Donna's got a question, of course.
No, it's not a question. I did do it.
Oh, you can do it? Oh, yay. Okay, so let's.
I did it today.
Oh, you did? Good. All right, so why don't you share with us? So we're always using I love my sense of humor. I love my, go for it.
Oh, I didn't know I was volunteering to do it that way.
Oh, I thought you said you were. Okay, here's how, let's do it. You give me 5 or 6, and I'll give you another 30.
Okay.
Wow.
You give me like 5 or 6, and I'll see if I can give you another. And we don't have to count, but we could count. You give me 5 things that you love about yourself.
Sure.
Now, I just want to understand, like, it's qualities about ourselves, not that I love that I have 2 dogs.
Yes.
I was gonna say that.
Welcome, Sophia. I'm so glad you're here. I just want to stop for a second.
Hi, thanks.
Hey, Sophia, so nice to have you
I
here.
forgot. I'm sorry, I'm late.
That's
I
okay.
love your name, Sophia. That's so pretty. Like,
That's okay. So what we were doing, we've been reframing, and Sophia, I will send you, or if you can email me at joyhealer@aol.com. And what I'll do is I will send you the class from last time, which was a really clear class of reframing how we can come to Rosh Hashana without fear. So what we're doing now is we're doing an exercise that I have in my book that I use with my clients, which is to help us in any moment shift out of fear and shift into the consciousness of unconditional love, which of course is how we shift into Hashem. So we talked about, instead of coming with fear and thinking that we have to do good things in order to get the divine to love us, instead we want to shift our consciousness to align with the divine. And the consciousness of the divine, or Hashem, is unconditional love and joyous appreciation. And one of the tools to do it is to start seeing the good, and to start doing it now while we've still got 3 or 4 weeks to shift our consciousness. So one of the tools is to ask about yourself. You say it out loud. You can write it down, but it's more powerful, I find, saying it out loud. What are 25, but for now we're going to do 5 or 10. What are 25 things that I love about myself? And I've had clients just say, but then isn't that ego? Isn't that like making me think whatever? And no, because the soul, your soul, celebrates who you are. And your soul celebrates who you are. It goes, yay, the divine gave me this, this, and this. And the next thing that I feel when I connect to the soul is, now how can I use these qualities to serve the divine with love and contribute? But if you don't know what those qualities are, if you're not celebrating them, then you are, I believe, disconnecting from the divine, because that's what the divine is doing all the time. So let's get back to Donna. We're going to actually do a little bit of this exercise. Then I want to get to some exercises on forgiveness, because forgiveness is so important. Again, for people who haven't been here, the divine has forgiven you, always forgives you.
Mhm.
Coming to Rosh Hashanah, we don't need to pray that God forgives you. God loves you unconditionally and forgives you in every moment. We want to learn to forgive ourselves, because if we're holding and not forgiving ourselves, then we're setting up a block to the divine flow of abundance through our life. Okay, good. Donna. How can I?
I
Okay,
love
good.
that I am adventurous.
Okay, good.
I love that I am creative.
Beautiful.
I love that I like to learn new things.
Cool.
I love that I have a deep caring for animals.
Beautiful.
How many have I done? You're
That's
counting?
4.
Okay. I love that. I love that I am petite. Does that count?
Yeah, we'll give you that one. Judges.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Our
I'm
judges.
glad I'm petite too.
All right. So Donna. I wish I could. How do I from here make sure that I focus on you when I'm looking at you?
Put it in speaker. Oh, I don't know how you focus. I'd have to be speaking, and you have to be.
Right. There you go. Okay,
I
good.
see.
Let's go with Donna. I love your sense of humor. I love your kindness. I love your warmth. I love your generosity. I love your openness. I love your playfulness. I love your silliness. I love your goofiness. I love your intelligence. I love your artistic talents. I love your spirituality. I love that you're incredibly intuitive. I love your psychic abilities. I love that you are incredibly generous. I'm not sure if I said that already. I love your intellect. I love your ability. I love your ability to multitask like nobody's business. I love your ability to delegate. I love your ability. I love the fact that you can see the big picture, but I also love the fact that you are incredibly detail-oriented and can see the details. I love that you're adventurous. I love your love of animals. I love your love of nature. I love your love of being authentic. I love that you are authentic. I love your outgoing personality. I love that I love also that you're a really good judge of character. I love that you're emotionally sensitive to yourself and to other people. I love that you can see a group of people and know what's going on underneath emotionally, and you have this perception about people that I think comes really easily to you. I love that I love your strength. I love your passion. I love your determination. I love there's a wisdom that you have as well that I love. Now that's about 30. I'm going to stop there.
Wow, I love you.
Yeah. But so the point of that, of course, you're welcome. And it feels good to have someone mirror back to you, and not from an ego point of view, it's because it's celebrating what you know is true. You would always want to inspire someone else to do that, right? You never want to not inspire someone else to celebrate how amazing they are. So just by shifting into that. Now, for me, I have made it a goal to practice that all the time, so that now I can meet somebody and go, as I'm leaving, I'm like, what an amazing person. I love that something about them. It starts with something simple, even just, I love the way you sit. I love the way you sit all relaxed and, paying attention to me, or whatever it would be. But so the idea is to just get into that mindset. And I'm so proud of you that you did that today, Donna. You said you actually did it, right? And how many did you come up with?
I didn't count. I'm sure I had probably about 30. But now I realize not all of them were totally valid.
Okay, cool. Because what we want to do, that's again another technique of shifting into love and appreciation. Of course, it's to just say things that you are grateful for. Like, whatever. I love my dogs. I love my house. I love my this. I love my that. But I've just found that it's even more powerful to celebrate yourself, with the idea that in celebrating yourself, you're inspiring others to do the same thing. Anybody else, before we move on to, because I've got so much I want to teach about forgiveness, but I want to keep us on time for our meditation. Anybody else want to do one round of this?
I'd like to try, just because I feel like I really need it right now.
Yeah, good. Okay, let's go for it. Shelley, you're on.
I'm really hard on myself this week, so maybe I need to,
Exactly.
Okay. I love that I'm warm and friendly to people, that I like meeting new people, that I'm accepting, that I'm...
That was 3. Good, that was 3, but we want to use, every time you say it, actually using the words, I love that I'm warm. I love that I'm accepting. Just by using the word, it helps you shift. That was great. I'll give you 3. Judges, do we give her 3?
Yeah.
3.
Thumbs up? Okay, good. We got 3. Okay, good. Keep going.
I love that I'm creative.
Yeah.
I love that I have emotional depth.
Yes.
I love that I look for real human connection.
Definitely.
I love that I have the ability to make something out of nothing. Like,
Beautiful.
I have this ability to create.
A reflection of the divine. She's our creator.
Really good. Good.
I love that I can cook and that I create food that's healthy for myself and be proud of that. It's like, I love that I'm independent.
Yes.
I love that I'm grounded. I love that even when I'm not grounded and I'm losing my mind, I'm still within the realm of grounded. Like, I'm still aware that I'm just currently not grounded. So
exactly. Love it. Oh, that's up to 13. Go, go, go. That's amazing.
More. I love that I can dance.
Excellent.
And I love that I love dancing because it's very therapeutic. And I love, and this one's a tough one because this one I'm having trouble with right now, but I'm going to say it. I love that I love helping people.
Beautiful.
I'm having trouble because there's a lot of kickback from helping too much, but I love that that's who I am. I think that's enough for me for today.
Okay, good. So let's just add a few more. Let's just see. That was amazing. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. That was amazing. And it takes a certain amount of, whatever, courage and to do it, especially in a group. Okay. I love that your outgoing personality. I love we didn't say anything. I love your strength. I love your courage. I love your tenacity. I love your passion. I love your, oh, sorry, David, when you were speaking, can we go back? Can you say something again, Shelley? Because so that it'll take the picture to you.
Oh, really? You want to?
Yeah.
I could pin it.
I just want to get the picture back to you.
I can just pin the video for now.
Great. I love your adventurous side. I love your love of nature. I love your love of animals. I love your love of children. I love your love of plants and flowers. I love your...
How do you know this about me?
I practice that, but whatever. I love that's part of what I do as an energy healer. I love your, again, your strength. I love your ability to be a leader. I love that you're a leader. I love your emotional intelligence. I love your intelligence. I love your wit. I love your intellect. I love your capacity to embrace people. I love what you just said. I love your love of giving. I love your intuitive powers. I love your ability to be still when you choose, when you allow yourself to be still. I love your love of music. I love your love of travel. I love your kindness. I love your warmth. I love your generosity. I love your sensuality. When you cook and you dance, there's a sensuality you have. I love that physicality about you. I love that you're aware of your body. I love your ability to read people too. I love your depth. I love that you're intense. I love that you feel things intensely. That's about, again, another 30 right there.
How do you know? It's crazy.
Yeah, well, that part's just from intuitive stuff. I get that. But still,
yeah.
The idea is just to work on all the things that we love about ourselves. And I could do that about everybody here. But the goal is for you to start to do that, because last time Donna was talking about going to an interview. The goal is to do that and ask that question as you meet somebody new. What do I love about them? just inside. What do I love about them? It shifts out of fear into love, into flow, into divine flow. Okay, so I want to just go on with, oh, here's a quote from Nelson Mandela I really liked. Make your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. So we want to make our choices coming to Rosh Hashana, again, reflect our hopes, our reconnecting to our dreams rather than our fears. So I wanted to work on forgiveness. So I want to give you a really fun tool to use for forgiveness and to make it a little less, again, even the process can be, and it can be heavy and there are aspects to it, but here's something that combines doing a mitzvah, a positive action for somebody, and forgiving at the same time. So here's what you do, and I'd love everyone to try that this week and throughout until Rosh Hashanah. Get a bowl or a charity box and get a bunch of coins. Get a bunch of dimes, nickels, pennies. It's all good. Now what you're going to do, now I'm going to use a piece of popcorn because that's what I have here. That was my dinner. So you would take the coin, you would lift it up over your head, and you would say, I forgive my mother. I forgive my father. And you can be specific. I forgive my mother for this. I forgive my mother for that. You can be specific about yourself. I forgive myself for indulging. I forgive myself for this. I give myself for, boundaries I didn't set. I give myself for whatever it is. But the cool part of this is as you're giving, as you're choosing to forgive, you're doing a mitzvah at the same time. And it elevates the forgiveness to a whole different place because you're giving charity in honor of someone you're forgiving. So it's combining an action of love, and it makes the action of forgiving just a little bit easier.
When should you do that?
Oh, I would do it this week. I would do it anytime before Rosh Hashanah. I would do it once a week up until before Rosh Hashanah because you're going to find different things. You're going to find, there's this. Oh yeah, I want to forgive this. I want to forgive that. It's really, really powerful. And it's such a powerful tool because it's combining doing something positive, which is opening you up to the divine already, and then do it. So you're doing it's like a really, really powerful. So way of forgiving. So now the other thing we want to do is forgive God, forgive the divine. I don't think there's anybody that I know that hasn't at one point said, "Why, I'm angry at you. What are you doing? Why did you do that to me?" Which is totally cool because the divine can handle it. For the divine, it's like, I love you unconditionally, go for it. I'm here. But I believe that it's important for us to really choose to let go and go, okay, whatever I've held and blamed on you or, whatever I've judged you for, I forgive you.
Can we do this can we forgive ourselves? Did you say that's okay?
Oh, that's number one.
Number one.
I love you, Donna. But absolutely, that's number one for all of us. And I love you, Carlos. And I love all the people here. But that's the number one. I would start, in fact, you are always like ahead of the game. She's always got by whatever. That was later on that I was going to say, the importance, if we do the procedure, it should be myself, whatever, my family, other people, whatever people in the past, and then the divine. Because the divine's the one that needs it least because the divine is infinite forgiveness anyways, but definitely do yourself. And the fact that you are loving yourself to give an act of charity as you're forgiving yourself just boots it up to a whole new level. It's just really powerful. And that's, again, the divine just in my own meditation said, well, why don't you give charity as you're doing that? Now, the other thing that we can do is, I really feel like this is kind of like high level forgiveness. That the next thing we can do is even send a blessing to the people you forgive. So I forgive myself, and I also give myself a blessing for that whatever, if it can be related to the thing you're forgiving yourself or not. But for example, to other people, I forgive my mother for doing this. I forgive her for doing that. Do a few, whatever, and then send that person a blessing. Blessings that they feel joy, love, abundance, unconditional love.
What does this mean?
Okay. That's just something, it's a personal way that I feel like I send blessings, because I always studied energy, even when I did Qigong, right? It's all about sending. And so we would send energy. We would be taught in Tai Chi and Qigong how to send energy, and it would always be coming through the palms of the hands. So I thought, okay, that's energy. And we would always sort of pulse a bit. As you pulse, it's kind of like the energy's coming out. So it just feels like, for me, a natural thing as I'm sending energy. It's like the divine flowing through me and blessing you with peace and love and joy and abundance. And it's something, it's something that I guess for me personally, it's something that divine helped me come up with, because people generally find it fun and they go, oh, cool, I'll bless you back. So in that moment, they're making it a game, but they're also changing their energy. And they're shifting out of fear into love because they're choosing to bless somebody. So that's the power of it for me. Okay. So now we were talking about the gratitude statements too. So, because in the meditation, I'm going to focus, of course, on grounding, allowing yourself to step into a consciousness of the divine. And then I'm going to take you to a place where you're going to just joyously be able to forgive. But one of the things with forgiveness too, say I forgive myself for, I don't know, not standing up for myself, not having boundaries. I forgive myself for, whatever. Then what you can do is you can use a gratitude statement for that. For anything that you want, you can use a gratitude statement, because you're literally thanking the divine. Thank you, divine, for the ease with. So you can do it two things. You can just do, I forgive myself for, or you can do, thank you, divine, for the ease with which I forgive myself for. It's another level of doing it, engaging the divine's support in you forgiving yourself. I find that really powerful. I usually do that. Thank you, divine, for the ease with which, and then I forgive myself for this, I forgive myself for that. Because that's what I've been, for people who weren't here last time, the gratitude statement replaces, oh, please God, give me this. The gratitude statement engages the divine energy and allows you to thank the divine, and also thank the divine for the ease with which you have what you want in this moment now. Thank you, divine, for my new job, if it's a job. Thank you, divine, for all the people I've inspired through my new job. So it's, if we're doing, say we're doing a job. If it's forgiveness, thank you, divine, for the ease with which I've forgiven myself 100%. Thank you, we were talking about feeling like you're enough. Thank you, divine. In fact, I'm gonna get you, I'll probably should mute you. I think it'd be fun to just go through repeating some gratitude statements, because it really helps you feel like what it's like. But a great one is, thank you, divine, for the ease with which I've regained my belief and knowledge that I am enough in every moment. So you're engaging the divine to reinforce and help you shift into the consciousness of feeling like you're enough in every moment. Because we were saying that is it's one of the biggest things that we struggle with. Why we are so desperate for a relationship, why we're so with a person or the divine, is that feeling of not being enough. So it's a simple way, and also feeling safe and secure. Thank you, divine, for the ease with which, or thank you for having restored my. In fact, let's try it. I'm going to mute you guys. for a second, and I want you to repeat after me some gratitude statements. So I'm going to mute you, mute all, and then repeat after me. I'll try to go slowly, and you'll let me know if it's working. Okay, mute all. All right, good. So let's do this. Thank you, Divine, for the ease with which I have completely forgiven myself and all others. Thank you, Divine, for having restored my perfect knowledge and belief that I am enough in every moment. Thank you, Divine, for having restored my perfect belief and knowledge that I am safe in every moment. And here's one just for fun. Thank you, Divine, for having restored my perfect self-confidence. Thank you, Divine, for having restored my perfect belief in myself, my talents, and my abilities. Thank you, Divine, for having restored my easy flow of money and abundance. Let's do that one again. Thank you, Divine, for having restored my easy flow of money and abundance. Okay, good. I'm going to unmute you. How do I unmute you? You know, cancel. Okay, did I unmute you? Can you speak? No.
I unmuted myself.
Yeah.
Oh, you
unmuted
okay,
myself
good. If
too.
everybody can unmute yourself, that would be great. All right, so how was that for people? It's fun, huh?
Cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, cool, right, because I think those are really, really
That's
powerful.
peaceful.
And that's what you want to step, in the last class, we're going to focus on all the dreams, all the big wishes, all the things we want. So we're going to use two inspire statements. I want to thank you. If I'm saying I want for the new year, I want to have met and married the woman of my dreams to inspire people that you can find love at any age. It's
Amen.
exactly. So we're changing my goal into something that also inspires other people. And that always engages the divine. So you want to set all of your goals up like that. So that they're set up. As soon as you do that, there's energy behind them. There's divine energy behind them.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I guess we're going to go into, okay, one other thing. This is what I do. I do this almost every day, and I think we should, it's an important thing to do as well. When you do forgiveness, also go through every body part. Thank you, Divine, for these which I've forgiven my eyes. This is what I say. I'll tell you what I say. I get myself into a meditation and I will say either out loud or inside, thank you, Divine, for the ease with which I've forgiven my right arm, the rest of myself, the rest of my body, myself, the divine, and all people, events, and experiences. So I've done everything. Because we hold energy in our body and we hold where we're not forgiving in our body. So if you are able to do, and if you just do that once a week, that would be amazing. And if you want to email me, I can write that out. I can type that out for you and send it to you. But it's really powerful because anybody, and especially, I wish David wasn't able to be here, David Pearl, because he has a knee injury. Wherever is bothering you, you want to specifically have that body part forgive itself. See, there's two processes. say if I were doing my knee, I would say, thank you, Divine, for ease of the which my knee has forgiven itself, the rest of my body, myself, the Divine, and all people, events, and experiences. And then I would say, thank you, Divine, for the ease with which I've forgiven my knee, the rest of my body, myself, the Divine, and all people, events, and experiences. So it's two things, because when you have an injury, there's a part of you that is mad about that, and may have that energy, holding that energy in the body part that's not, that needs love. Because actually, it definitely needs love, definitely, if there's something wrong with it, if there's something that's not working. So that's another thing we can do too. So you're forgiving yourself first, you're forgiving other people, you're forgiving the Divine, and then you can be working on forgiving your body. And now we have the full sense of forgiveness. And now I think it is time we should go into our meditation. All right, everybody. So now we are going to go into our meditation, unless there is any other questions. If not, we'll just go right into meditation. Okay, good. So now I want everybody to start to ground yourself. And as you know, we start by inhabiting our body. Wherever you are is perfect. And we want to just start to regain our awareness of our physical body. So we want to start with feeling the weight of your feet on the floor. And for different people experience that grounding in their feet. Some people feel heat, some people feel tingling, suction to the ground, just a general relaxation. Some people feel energy coming up from their feet through the body. Whatever that is for you, just allow yourself to feel that. Feeling the weight of your feet on the floor. Feeling the support of the Divine through the feet, supporting you, reminding you that you are supported in every moment. And next, we want to put the focus on your seat bones. Feeling the weight of your seat bones on the seat of the chair. That's it. Giving your full weight of your seat bones into the seat of the chair, knowing that you're supported in every moment. And then you want to focus on the weight of your back, on the back of the chair. And you're noticing which muscles are actually touching the back of the chair. And whichever ones those are, you want to relax them and expand them more into the chair so you can feel more of the muscles expanding into the chair. Reminding you, literally and figuratively, of course, that the Divine has your back in every moment. And now we want to focus on temperature. Temperature of your face versus your hands versus your feet. And you're just being aware, which is the warmest, which is the coolest. Beautiful. And now we're focusing on sound. The sound of my voice and any ambient sounds that you're hearing in the room you're in. Allowing yourself to be present. And now we're going to focus on just resting your hands either on your lap or on the desk in front of you. And you're just being aware of the feeling underneath your fingertips. Is whatever surface you're touching, is it warm? Is it cool? Is it rough? Is it smooth? That's it. Just allowing yourself to fully inhabit the body and be fully present. Great. And now focusing again on the weight of your feet on the floor, the weight of your seat bones on the seat of the chair, and the weight of your back against the back of the chair. And as we're going to focus a little on the breathing as well. So take a normal breath in and out. And one more deep breath in and out through the nose or out through the mouth. And now we're going to be doing, and just rest your breath comfortably. Next thing we'll be doing is a breath count of in breath for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and an out breath for a count of 4. So take a normal breath in and out. And now together, let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, and out, 2, 3, 4. One more, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Good. Again, focusing on feeling the weight of your feet on the floor and your seat bones on the seat of the chair and your back against the back of the chair. And now we're going to take you into the pyramid of protection, and you and the divine are co-constructing together around you a 4-walled, 3-dimensional pyramid. So there's a wall in front of you that starts at the floor. The wide base starts at the floor in front of you and comes up, leaning to its point a few feet above your head. And there's another triangular wall on your right side, adjacent to the one in front, and another behind you, and another on the left side. So now you are inside this beautiful 4-walled, 3-dimensional pyramid of protection. And now you're realizing that the floor you've got your feet connected to and grounded to is that square base of your 4-walled, 3-dimensional pyramid. And now you are visualizing a beautiful beam of light, white light, the light of unconditional love that loves you so much, coming down from the highest place in the sky, coming through the top of your head, coming through the top of the ceiling, and charging up the walls and floor of your pyramid with this beautiful, bright light of unconditional love, like a force field going through the walls and floor. And it gets brighter and brighter and even brighter. And you instinctively know that this is the pyramid of protection, and it will last for 24 hours, protecting you physically, emotionally, spiritually. And now there are a few Hebrew words that we use as the mantra to activate this pyramid. And we're going, if you know the Hebrew, that's fine. If not, I will say the word slowly. So the first word is Ata. Yep, feel free to say it together.
Ata.
First word is Ata. Next word is good. Hashem.
Hashem.
Good. Imadi.
Imadi.
Beautiful. Now there's 6 more words. For those of you who know the Shema Yisrael, we're saying that together with Hashem's full name, and if not, just repeat after me. First word is Shema.
Shema.
Yisrael.
Yisrael.
Adonai.
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 Good. Elohim.
My dad saying night to
Elohim.
everybody.
Last word is the next word is Eloheinu.
Elohim.
Eloheinu.
Good. Adonai.
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 Last word is Echad.
Echad.
Beautiful. There we go. Okay, good. So now we're activated. Now we're going to be getting light flowing through our body. And we just want to focus on allowing another beam of light to come through the top of the head. And it's going to go to the center of the brain, where there is a little ball of white light, which is the command center of the brain. And you're allowing that beam of light to flow down and to bring more light to that little ball of light at the center of the brain. And letting it get brighter, good, and brighter, knowing this is the light of unconditional love. And it gets brighter and brighter and brighter, good, and even brighter. As you feel the weight of your feet on the floor, grounding yourself, relaxing even more, and feeling the power of that light of unconditional love at that little ball of light at the center of the brain. And now you instinctively know that you're going to draw another beam of light in from the divine through the walls of your pyramid, and it's going to come through the center of your forehead, often referred to as the third eye. And right at the center of your forehead, you are co-constructing with the divine a beautiful ball of purple light, deep, deep, radiant purple light. And once that's there, now that white beam of light from the sky comes through that purple ball of light at the center of the forehead and joins that other beam of light in that beautiful ball of light, the center of the brain. And the light gets brighter. And as the light gets brighter, you allow yourself to feel more unconditional love. As you feel more love, the light gets even brighter and brighter. Good. And now there's 1/3 beam of light, and that's going to come in from the back of the head, where the base of the skull meets the top of the spine. So you're envisioning another beautiful beam of white light coming in through the back of the head, where the base of the skull meets the top of the spine, and that also goes to that center ball of light at the center of your brain. That's it, feeling that light starting to charge up. Now, one extra thing is that as that light, that beam of white light, comes in the back of the head, meeting where the back of the skull meets the top of the spine, there's 2 Hebrew words that will help boost your immune system. So visualize the light coming through and then repeat after me. Magen. Avraham. There we go, good. Now that is boosting your immune system. So now we're allowing those beams of light to come through the purple ball of light at the center of the forehead, top of the head, and back of the skull, where the base of the skull meets the skull. And have them come to the center of that ball of light. That's beautiful. And allow that ball of light to get even brighter and even brighter and even brighter, filling you with the light of unconditional love. And now that light naturally wants to flow from the center of the brain out to the rest of the brain, filling every brain cell with that light of unconditional love. And it gets brighter and brighter as every brain cell dissolves into the light of unconditional love, getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And now that light wants to travel down the spine. So it starts at the top of the spine and moves beautifully down each vertebrae, bringing light, liquid light, down through each vertebrae, going all the way down to the base of the spine. And when you get to the base of the spine, you and the divine are co-creating a beautiful ball of orange light. And that ball of light is going through and around the bottom 3 vertebrae. And it's getting brighter and even brighter and even brighter and even brighter as you are feeling that strength from the base of the spine, with that light flowing through the top of the head, through this ball of light at the center of the forehead, in the back of the skull, through the brain, all the way down the spine, feeling that ball of light at the base of the spine, strong and bright. And now you're feeling the connection all the way down the spine as the light is flowing from the center brain all the way down the spine, feeling that light, bright, 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 bright light. And now the light's coming up from the base of the spine and also coming in top of the head, third eye, back of the skull, and it's meeting at your heart. And you are choosing in this moment to allow more light than you ever have into your heart. Now, when you're in the heart, you can focus the light as being green or pink or white, whatever feels right to you. Allow that light to get even brighter and even brighter and even brighter. And you are making the choice, because we are in this group experience, to allow more love in, because as you allow more light and love into your heart, you inspire everyone in this group to do the exact same thing. Allow more love in, allow more light in. That's it. Feeling the light flow into your heart as it gets brighter and brighter, whether it's the green or the pink or the white, allowing that light in the heart to get even brighter as it dissolves into the light of unconditional love. Flowing through you, feeling the divine flowing through you, allowing the divine to experience through you. Beautiful. So now we are focusing on these 3 balls of light, the one at the center of the brain, beaming that bright light from the 3 beams of light, top of the head, base of the skull, third eye. And the ball of light in the heart, as it gets brighter and brighter, good. And then we're focusing on that ball of light at the base of the spine that is going through and around the bottom 3 vertebrae, and it's a brilliant, brilliant, bright orange. And now we're going to go to one more energy center, and that is just a couple of inches below the belly button. And that is our second brain, our gut brain. And that you could imagine either a ball of orange light or white light. And that's it, and allow that ball of light to get brighter and brighter and even brighter and even brighter as you're feeling that light flow through you, and it gets brighter and brighter and even brighter and even brighter. And in order to connect all those 4 energy centers, you're imagining little beams of light coming from, again, top of the head, base of the skull, third eye, through to the center ball of light, center of the brain, and connecting to the heart, connecting to the light below the belly button, and connecting to that beautiful ball of orange light at the base of the skull. And in order to allow even more light in, I'm just going to do a chant called the Anabakoa. And after that, we're going to go to something called the Crystal Cave. Anabakoa, Kirula, Yuminagado Tutra. Anabakoa, Kirula, Yuminagado Tutra. Anabakoa, Feeling the light get even brighter and even brighter and even brighter and even brighter. Feeling yourself, your whole body relaxing and focusing on those 4 balls of light, beaming bright, 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 bright. And now feeling the light in every cell of the body, brighter and brighter, feeling lighter, feeling strong, feeling empowered, feeling the divine light flowing through you with ease, feeling yourself allowing the divine to experience life through you in this moment. And now each of us become aware of our pyramid. And now we're going to imagine and allow the divine to take that pyramid, you in the pyramid in your chair, up beyond the ceiling and to start floating into the sky. Allowing yourself to feel the divine is embracing you, hugging you, and guiding you through a beautiful, beautiful, deep, deep, deep blue sky. It's light, and you feel light, and you feel ease, and you feel the flow and connection of every cell in your body to something that is within you and yet greater than you, this infinite flow of unconditional love as it flows through you, and you see yourself flying and feel yourself and look down and see the earth below. And you instinctively know that you are going to land. And you instinctively know that that land is called the field of unlimited possibilities. And you gently drift down, down, down. And you and the pyramid land into the most beautiful, lush field. And you instinctively know that this is the field of unlimited possibility. And you can feel the energy of unlimited possibility as you step forward, step out of the pyramid, and you can feel the energy flowing through every tree, through every flower, through every bird, through everything, through the air itself, breathing. It is the energy of unlimited possibility, that everything and anything is possible. And you feel it flow through, and you feel it, and the divine gently guides you to start walking with ease as if you're floating. And you're noticing all the colors, the beautiful deep colors of the flowers and trees around you and the sky. And you're instinctively guided to move forward as you walk through the field, and suddenly you see a pathway, beautiful pathway. And you start walking, and you know instinctively that you are approaching the crystal cave. And you see the opening of the cave, and you realize instinctively that there will be 10 steps taking you down into this magical, divine cave. And you step down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you step through and allow yourself to see that you are in the most beautiful crystal cave. And you can feel the energy of this cave is empowered with unconditional love, with the ability to allow yourself to feel unconditional love. And it's beaming bright. It can be colored. It can be crystal, opaque, anything that you feel. But you're immediately drawn to the center of the cave. There is a perfectly round pool of water. And you know instinctively that it will be the perfect temperature for you. And there's a crystal bench, and you joyously and easily take off your clothes and step in to this beautiful pool of water. And you know instinctively this is the water of forgiveness. It is the pool of forgiveness. And you instinctively know that you are going to dunk in the water 10 times. And each time You will allow yourself to forgive yourself even more, even more, even more. And each of these levels has a name. And the first one is Keter. And you can feel just by saying the word Keter, the energy of the water starts to shift. And the energy of your ability to forgive and be reborn is pulsing through the water, and you instinctively dunk under the water, come up, and feel like you have forgiven yourself and forgiven everything, and feel the light of unconditional love flowing through you and the joy of having forgiven yourself. And next, the next level is Chokhmah, wisdom, the energy of using your divine wisdom to forgive yourself. And you feel the water change energetically as you even say the word Chokhmah. And you dunk under, and you come up again, feeling refreshed, feeling even more alive, and feeling like you've let go another layer of anything that you've ever held on to and haven't forgiven yourself for. And the next level is Bina, understanding, giving you divine understanding. And the energy of the water shifts again, and you dunk under the water and come up again, feeling refreshed and alive, and having let go of yet another level of forgiveness on all levels of yourself, everybody. And you know that the next level is Chesed. And instinctively the water changes energetically. And you dunk under the water and come up again, feeling renewed and refreshed and alive and lighter. And the next level is Gevura. And you instinctively dunk under the water and come up feeling even more refreshed and even more alive as you've gone through the level of Chesed, loving kindness, Gevura, of setting boundaries, both energies helping you to have released anything that you've been holding on to. And the next level is Tiferet, beauty, compassion. And you immediately dunk under the water of compassion and beauty and come up again, feeling yet another layer has dissolved, and you are feeling even more empowered and more inspired and more alive and lighter and more connected to the power of who you are at the soul level and how amazing you are. And the next level is Netzach, victory. The energy of water changes again, and you dunk under the water and come up again, feeling that energy of divine victory, of a divine ability to joyously step forward and release any of the past. And the next level is Hod, surrender. And you joyously know that now you can surrender everything, and you dunk under the water and you come up again refreshed, alive, having surrendered any past grudges, any past things that you would still were holding on to, letting them go, letting them go, letting them go. And we know we have 2 levels left. The next level is Yesod, the foundation, allowing yourself to come to a whole new level of security and foundation without holding anything more. And you dunk under the water and you come up again, feeling refreshed and alive. And again, letting go of that last bit of energy that you've held on to, allowing divine light of joy, allowing the forgiveness to have completely dissipated. And now the last level is called Malchut, bringing everything into the physical world. You've let it go on every level, and now you're going to let it go from every cell of your body. It's transformed by with light dissolving any last residual need to forgive. And you dunk under the water again, come up completely refreshed, feeling light flowing through your body, strength and light and love for yourself and unlimited possibility flowing through you. Having released everything, and joyously you step out of the pool of water. And you go to retrieve your clothes, and you see that the bench is there, but now as a whole new outfit of clothes for you. And you see that the most beautiful clothes ever. And you know that they instinctively will fit and feel amazing. And you step into these clothes, feeling the power of you, having forgiven, the power of your holy soul flowing through you with light and love and unlimited possibilities. And you feel the fabric, it fits perfectly. It feels so amazing. And it feels so empowered to step into you, the empowered you, the power and beauty of your true soul. And you're ready to leave, but you look down and you see that there is waiting for you the most beautiful crown that you've ever seen. And you see that crown, it's got a beautiful gold base. And whatever you see, whatever is right for you in that moment, you see there may be jewels coming out of its shapes, colors, and you instinctively know that that is your crown, that that was made specifically for you. And you naturally reach down, pick up the crown, and you place it on your head. And you feel the light of unconditional love flowing through even more, feeling empowered with your new clothing and your new crown, empowered, having released anything from the past, embracing the present of unlimited possibilities. And you feel that flow and strength flowing through you. And you know you're about to leave the crystal cave. And you look at the cave and you thank the cave for being there. You thank the pool of water for being there, knowing that you can return at any time. And you joyously step out of the cave, knowing that you are going to step up 10 steps. And you step up 1, 2, 3, feeling more empowered, 4, 5, even more power, 6, even lighter, 7, 8, even lighter, 9, and 10. Feeling the light radiating from your crown, radiating through your body as you see you stepping back into the field of unlimited possibilities. And you're just gliding along, feeling that light and that power and that strength to manifest who you are at the soul level, every desire, every dream flowing through you. And you see the pyramid in your chair again, and you step back into the pyramid. Say goodbye to the field of unlimited possibilities, knowing you can return anytime. And you allow yourself to float up in your pyramid of protection, up, up, up through the sky, enjoying that feeling of being supported, being able to fly with ease. And now you see yourself coming back over where you are, and you float through the ceiling of your room, back into where you're sitting, back into the chair, feeling the weight of your feet again on the floor, feeling the weight of your seat bones on the seat of the chair, and feeling the weight of your back on the back of the chair. Feeling free, empowered, strong, connected to your infinite source of unconditional love and joyous appreciation. Feeling that power flow through you, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Feeling the crown on your head, and feeling the weight of your feet on the floor, the weight of your seat bones on the seat of the chair, and the weight of your back on the back of your chair. And you're going to take a nice deep breath in and out, and another breath in and out. And one more breath in and out. And now you feel alive, empowered, feeling love flowing through you, and you can open your eyes. Now, did I unmute you, or do you need to, we just want to do a quick recap. Can you unmute yourselves?
Hello.
There you go. There we go. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I want to say,
I'm sorry?
Benson, I want to say
Yeah.
that I had a really horrific 10 days with some news that I had that felt like a very big betrayal. And I've been reading and meditating and trying to get back into a good space. And you like literally just saved me.
Oh, I'm so
Thank you.
happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So happy.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. So hoping that everybody will take this energy through the week. You've got the exercise of doing the, I forgive myself for this. I forgive myself for that. I forgive the rest of the people. I forgive the divine. I forgive their body parts. Going into using the gratitude statements. And then in next week, we are going to transform our dreams into inspire statements. We're going to focus on all the things that we want to accomplish and engage the divine and step into what I called your circle of destiny, which is a column of light where you step in and you feel connected to the divine flowing through you.